It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football?
It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
When we had a chance to talk to the coach the other day, what did he tell us, Mike? He said, I want to come out and be aggressive right from the start. And with that big shot downfield here early, I think it's pretty safe to say that's exactly what they have done. Now the key is, can they turn that explosive play into an opening drive touchdown and really get off to a fast start?
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that will lead to a second down.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Play fake. Prescott. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Cowboys offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. The open man is Tolbert, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
3rd and short. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger onto punt for Dallas. Back deep for the Saints, it's Rashid Shaheed. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
To return, it is Turpin. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That's Carl Granderson in there to record the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Prescott. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Dak facing 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this 1st quarter will come to an end. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. More from New Orleans after this. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. The tight end Moreau is in motion. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. That one good for 26 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. A give running right with Kamara. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
They'll try and run for this with Kamara. 17 yards on that play. First down, New Orleans.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
On first down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
It is 3rd and 10. Olave is the motion man. On third down, they'll set up to throw. This is caught at the 2. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
It's back at the 8 now for second and goal. They'll look to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put...
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Saints move out to a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll manage only a couple. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On play action, here's Dak. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. To throw is Dak. Oh, he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Prescott. Now he'll run it, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
2nd down, Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
They'll go with a counter on 1st down, and he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We're back to New Orleans. After this, we'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Dak to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Prescott now. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On 3rd down, Prescott. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he's going to slide down with the 1st down inside the 5. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And he'll take it on in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys are back within 4. It is 14-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Back to the sideline and intercepted.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime reports. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The tight end Moreau is in motion. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Olave is the motion man. He'll drop to throw. This pass right side taken in by Cooks.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. This throw right side is caught by Hill.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie back out to kick it away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle. Second and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Here's Dak to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down. Third and a yard. They'll try to run this one in. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Yes, he does. 1st and goal coming up.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
A run on 1st and goal. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Saints offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The tight end Moreau is in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll go again here with Kamara. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. He'll look to throw. He'll look underneath here and find Kamara. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down. 11 yards as they move the chains.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
He'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move.
That is caught. What a throw. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints will go up by 7. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now Prescott. That's caught by Lamb. And he will take this one in. 76 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys will tie this game at 24. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. They'll look to throw. A toss out quickly here to Cooks. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one is caught by Moreau. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the air one more time. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
The tight end Moreau is in motion. They'll run on 1st down with Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Cook's able to pull that one in. Second and a yard. They'll throw out of the gun. His pass taken in by Shaheed. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Shaheed with the catch. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On the handoff, running left, it's Kamara. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So a pressure kick coming here for Blake Grupe. This to take the lead here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and C.D. Lamb set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Room to run at the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
First and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
As they try to run it here. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up fourth down.
They will get away from that one. And they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. Defense hoping to push him back and get that safety. He gets to the 2-yard line, but no gain on that one.
On first down here, Mike, you're just hoping to give a little breathing room to your offense. Now, if you do decide to pass the ball, your quarterback's not necessarily dropping back into the end zone. But after getting stopped for no gain, they find themselves on second down in the exact same situation.
The tight end Moreau is in motion. They'll give this to Kamara, running right. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here comes 3rd and 6. Olave is the motion man. They'll drop to throw. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this one all the way. 95 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a 2-possession game here late.
On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Saints will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Here's Prescott. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A 1st down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Quick throw, taken in. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. It is 2nd and a yard. Prescott again. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That's to Ferguson once again. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To the air again. Prescott. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Again, Prescott to the air. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
3rd and goal for Prescott. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals. That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense could just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense, over 300 yards passing in the game, and has been sharp right from the start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Victory formation here, as he's down to a knee. So this one, a win for the Saints. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.